Well, speaking of ugly action in the Big Ten, oh boy. Uh, well, they're going to be uh, getting down here with the old Florida Rosedale Trophy, and this one is like pig slop, so it fits appropriately here to get that fat pig trophy if you can win this one, and maybe it's appropriate this season with Minnesota and Iowa. Iowa, of course, coming in undefeated at home, 6-1 overall. They do some fun things, huh? Wasn't that women's basketball game exhibition against DePaul? That looked fun for the Iowa fans. Iowa here, a 3.5 point favorite in this one. The total 32.5. Oh boy. Feels like the total's too high, doesn't it, you guys? Could I really talk myself into an under? I think I can. I think I can because I think uh, my numbers have it close to 29. So why wouldn't I take an under here in this one? Uh, Iowa's gone under in 9 of their last 12 games. And so far, they've gone under in 2 straight. They won at Wisconsin last week, 15-6. They won at Purdue, 20-14. And it hasn't been all under city necessarily this season. For Minnesota, they're 3-3, but I've got to think under here against Iowa on the road. Minnesota played at North Carolina for their only other maybe comparable game and lost 31-13. And maybe North Carolina with their quarterback a little bit better. They were outgained in that game by 216 yards. And they've been outgained in a lot of these games, particularly in the passing department. I'm talking about Minnesota and Iowa as well. Both teams have been outgained by their opponents. The funny thing about Iowa, for the fact that they've won the last 3 games, they've been outgained by their opponent by over 250 yards in the 3 games combined, and they still covered 2 of them. That's positive. I think that's a positive. Minnesota still running the ball pretty decent. Iowa here opened as 5.5. They did get a 6 earlier, but now it's all the way down to 3.5. And well, there was some steam that came in on Minnesota, not just now. That wasn't that steam you just heard. I'm talking about in general. Some widely reported steam had already come in on Minnesota. So I'm going to take the under here, another under for me at 32.5. Nothing I can do. I mean, the look ahead was 36.5, but that was never going to be. Now you could have 33.5, I think, on Sunday. Circa, when we were on that show on Sunday doing the opening lines report, it opened 31.5 at Circa, interestingly enough. So, if anything, maybe there is a tiny bit of value here. Oh boy, I got bad news here. One of the names that I'm going to give out here, I believe, in a few minutes, has just went steamed. Oh well. Minnesota is like that TV show, like Coach, like the show Coach. Is that what? Because that's what they're trying, right, with the colors and everything. I think that's what they tried to